Anything
Oh yeah,
uplifting? Is this next one uplifting? Is it ever?
well, you decide.
All right.
So a massive brawl involving more than 40 people occurred at an OK Corral. Cause of the fight was unknown, but it may have started after the restaurant ran out of steak, which I think we can all agree is a very big deal. Video shows people throwing furniture at each other.
Okay, so I have to admit that I have had a lot of laughs sharing this with people. So it is
Yes, I got
somewhat
it from
uplifting.
you.
Yeah, it is somewhat
Right.
uplifting, but at the same time, I think it shows why the reason I thought it was like, okay, this is the end of civilization. This is,
No.
well, there was a lot of people. Did you watch this video?
Yeah, there were like 40 people. But
Yeah.
this is also nothing new.
Well,
That
I
in the
think
20s, there was a riot at an opera.
Yeah. And there's somebody shooting somebody over a Popeye's chicken sandwich,
Right,
I
exactly.
think these are examples that it's not just politics to blame for the state of our country.
No, human nature has never changed. And it happens that we are.
I'd like to think that it has. We're less murderous than we were.
Are we?
You're way safer now than you were in 1560
We're
anywhere
safer
on the planet.
But that does not mean we're less murderous. It means we have systems that
keep us from murdering.
Exactly, but the internal murder number of the average person, I'll bet, has never changed.
All right.
So I think you see it leaking through every now and then.
And yeah. Well, I mean, that raises a good question. Are we breeding out the bad guys by sending them to jail or killing
I
them?
doubt it.
Whatever.
I doubt it.
Are we doing the same things to ourselves that we did to wolves?
Well, okay. So first of all, who we sent to jail and who was actually the bad guys are two Venn diagrams that are not. Like, I think if our justice system was perfect, then yes, probably we would be doing that. But like everyone in the world knows that it's mostly like people of color and just poor people whose poverty is criminalized who wind up in prison.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I agree with you. I meant like on a global scale.
Yeah, on a global scale, maybe. But we've always had systems of justice. And also evolution takes place over 10,000, 100,000 of years. And civilization in its current form has existed for like a couple thousand. So it's way too soon to see any tangible results. Okay,
I have a crazy question. This is a potentially socially canceling question.
Okay, lay it on me.
But I mean, it's an acceptable question. It's a scientifically valid question. And
should we kill black people?
No. Throughout history,
you were worrying me. I don't know where you're going with this.
It's close. Throughout history, men have subjugated women on just about every culture.
Sure. Yeah.
Through doing that for 200,000 years, have we inadvertently bred a more docile woman?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay. So
honestly,
that wasn't so bad. Nobody's coming after me.
Evolutionary psychologists would tell you possibly.
Okay.
Other people would say evo-psych as a discipline is not very rigorous, and its practitioners tend to be weird, horny men. But, this is actually not a crazy question to raise. It's possible.
All right. Then I'm proud of myself. And I believe that people should call me brave, but continue.
It is worth noting that, like, most of that time we were hunter-gatherer societies, right? And the repression of women in, like, a tribal hunter-gatherer situation is very different than, say, the repression of women in Puritan New England.
Yeah, they kill them. So there's no chance for them to enter the gene pool.
What? Wait, what do you mean?
Well, in a caveman society, I mean, they were cavemen. Haven't you seen them? They hit them with the club and they drag them by the hair. Yeah,
but that's how it's portrayed in movies. That's not actually accurate. With hunter-gatherers, women did the gathering, and like it wasn't equal or anything, but it was certainly more of a there's a difference between that, I would argue, and like systemic, society-wide telling women that God says you're inferior kind of thing, which there's no evidence cultures across the world did, right? Like some cultures did, but certainly not all. So it's
all right. I forget what this new segment was about, so why don't we move on?
Yeah, it was about